As far as football boots go, the Adidas Predator range is one of the single most iconic. Most of the current generation of players remember the World Cup in 1994, when players on the biggest stage of all wore a boot that broke the mould in terms of design, claiming it would add power and swerve to your shots. 18 years on, and the ethos of the Predator is the same, but the execution is different. How so? Let's break down the all-new Predator Lethal Zones and see if it lives up to its Predator name, or if it's more of a lethal letdown. The upper of the LZ is one of the breakout features of Adidas's latest creations. The first Predator not to use a natural leather, the Lethal Zones instead uses an all-new hybrid touch synthetic material. Whilst not as immediately soft out of the box as the previous Adipower Predator, the hybrid touch material has allowed Adidas to be more creative in every way on this new model, from the distinctive fade on the colourways to the Lethal Zones themselves. In terms of sheer fit and comfort, the Lethal Zones is up there with the very best. The new hybrid touch material offers a huge level of support and a snug fit across the whole foot, whilst the Adidas Sprint frame is excellent as ever at cradling the foot and offering traction and lateral stability. One word of warning, as this is a synthetic, it might break in a little, but it will not stretch like a K-leather, so make sure you account for that when you're picking your size. Moving on to the Lethal Zones themselves, there's a varying level of how useful they are, but your personal mileage may vary depending on your position or playing style. For us, the first touch zone is one of our favourites. Whilst we're not sure we ever felt a vacuum effect as advertised, the added friction in this zone not only helps bring down passes from height, it gives a great feel on the ball when you're nudging it with the top of your toes if you're about to play a long pass or hit a strike. By contrast, the dribble zone might make a difference to some players, but we found it a little bit too far down the outside of the foot to make any notable difference to our playstyle. Pass, however, is a great addition. Whilst comparisons to the CTR 360 are sure to be made, the memory foam panel gives a neat, uniform surface to play the ball from. Drive, however, is the classic Predator zone, offering a huge amount of friction and rebound on the ball when hammering a shot or playing a long pass. Sweet spot, however, is something of an enigma. Whilst using it in conjunction with the drive zone often gives a wonderful level of purchase on free kicks, it is a very inconsistent area to strike the ball from on its own. Sometimes you get a slight knuckling effect, other times it won't fly completely as expected. Overall, one of the very best things about the zones is how firmly they're attached. Many people have commented on the site or Facebook or Twitter asking whether they're going to wear off over time, but we'd have to say not. They're very well attached by Adidas. Additionally, after around 6 weeks of wear, the rest of the boot is holding up equally as well. Despite games on 4G, firm ground and more, the Lethal Zones shows no signs of sole separation or the zones wearing away. Distinctive looking in just about every sense of the word, the Adidas Predator LZ has a very busy look, with infrared zones intersecting the already bright blue upper. With an infrared and black colourway the only other launch option, and a gold colourway coming up for the new season, if you want a pair of Lethal Zones, you would best be prepared to stand out. But, befitting of standing out, Adidas's latest are outstanding football boots. Whilst Predator traditionalists might balk at the bright colour, synthetic upper and 5 Lethal Zones, the LZs are a great choice for someone who demands a versatile, well-fitting football boot. For the full review on the new Predators, as well as news and write-ups on the biggest boots on the market, hit up Footy-Boots.com and be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for all the biggest stories delivered straight to your newsfeed.